Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo Channel. My name is Laura if you're new to my channel, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also, know in this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading, so I look at everything. But we take time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play as karmic themes, so we understand why everything's playing out the way that it is. Really important when you're dealing with someone that triggers you all the time, right? Because once you understand why you're being triggered, you can heal. And once you heal, the person can't trigger you anymore. And that changes the entire dynamic of the connection. See, the universe brings you what you need. And so, whatever is going to irritate us, whatever is going to make us mad, tells us that there is something within us that needs to be integrated. So, it's not that you're a mean or horrible person, because a lot of people say, I was with someone that was shady, a liar, someone that cheated, and I'm none of those things. Well, unfortunately, there's only two energies, love and fear. And so on this channel, I teach you to look at things more from a spiritual perspective so that you can take your power back. So, I mean, do look at how everything is going to play out, because that's important. But again, if the readings have a therapy style to them. May not be your thing. If it's not, that's cool. If it is, stick around. Anything of any importance or relevance to the channel, you know where to find it. It's in the description box. Don't forget to give the gift of healing this holiday season. I also offer gift certificates. I offer wine party, psychic mediumship, and psychic readings, as well as life coaching and deliverance coaching and the otter spirit stuff, which I love. You guys get 35% off. These are just a few. I'm not wearing any jewelry. I'm not in the mood today. Sometimes I'm like that, I don't want anything touching me. It's like either I want to be touched all the time or I don't want to be touched at all. Like there's no in between. All right. So let's see what the underlying energy is. Prudence. That song, there's only so many words but when you say the name of a word, a name of a song pops into your head, like that Beatles song, Dear Prudence. I'm not going to sing it because I can't hold the tune in a bucket, but Prudence is somebody that is very, I would say, conservative. Someone's conservative that thinks about the future, that is very goal oriented. Like everything that is done for a reason. I feel like this is your energy. You're in this energy right now. Very Virgo energy, I have to say. Prudent is very Virgo-y. And the reason why is because we don't just rush into things. We are the most intuitive sign of the entire zodiac. That's why we're smarter. It's like, and I'm not just saying that. It's the Virgos are known to be the one that everyone looks to. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. It's not just me tooting the horn. It's like that's the truth. And so when have energy like that, no one can get over on you. Know that, because hey, they know that you're like looking at things from all different directions. Like I said, no emotion is in this Prudence, by the way. And you are a very emotional person. Virgos are very emotional. We just are. We're just not crying all over the place about it. We're channeling it. And we're channeling it towards purpose. So again, where I feel like it's creating a lot of negativity, and it's not with inside of you, because again, like you're goal oriented, you're focused. Like I said, you're not leaving any room for anybody to come into your life and create any fuckery at this point in time. It's like almost like you have a goal in mind and you're going after that. And I feel like there are people in your surrounding that they don't really know how to like approach you. So you might have friends that, you're like, I don't know, ever since I'm really into my career and I'm goal oriented and I'm not chasing after them or cleaning up after them or fixing them, like I'm getting a little attitude. There's a little bit of that. And there's also like whoever you're connected to that would like to just pop up on you but can't, is has that energy of negativity. And I feel like you might be somebody that says, I don't know, I don't really have to do that much for people to get triggered. And that's what you notice. And that's a reoccurring karmic theme within your life and where people have betrayed you. So when I look and see like what is the underlying energy, it's like I feel like you're in your own lane, but you're like kind of like you're divinely protected. But I definitely feel like you're getting like shit thrown at you, from a psychic level. And it's just because people tend to always water other people's gardens. People see you know, your talents, your success, whatever it is, and they don't see theirs. You may not see yours, and that would be a karmic test, just so that you know. All right. So again, this person now, again, when we're asking about relationship, this person is like they're not really certain whether or not you still have the love for them anymore, and they don't really know whether they gave enough to actually come into your life to like, fix or nurture like the connection. So they're actually thinking about that now. I feel like this person was realizing they took it to the extreme, whatever it was. And see, Virgos have that also, because Virgos are very sensitive and intuitive, and they don't react. People don't know how to take them. So what happens is people do push it to the extreme. Either they're not going to do nothing, you're just going to get shade thrown at you, which I feel like there is that, but there's also like this person that's like, I'm almost positive I can get what I want. You're not really that strong emotionally, where you actually are very strong emotionally. If anything, again, like you, and the reason why you're strong is because you trust in the universe. You trust in the fact that there's a plan for you, and that's why I feel like, again, you are focused on that plan. You are goal driven. I want you to know, when you're in that energy, you're protected. You're divinely protected, because when you're goal oriented, you're doing something that you love. You're getting something out of it. You're in the vibration of love. That's the thing. And people are seeing it. You may not see it, because you may be like, I don't see the money. I don't see the fruits of the labor 100%. And Spirit says there's always a space between what you reap and what you sow. And when people are tending to other people's gardens, they can see what's coming up above the soil before the actual gardener can, because the gardener is paying attention to everything. They're not fixated. These people are fixated on you, and understand they can't do anything, but the fixation, you'll feel it. And so that, as a highly sensitive person, that could be very overstimulating. The Spirit says, yeah, like this person normally like would love to come in, and like the storms of love is someone that comes in, there's a lot of passion, you make up to break up. And the thing is, that doesn't work with you. And that's the thing. Though what you notice with this person is they, even with you, it has been on and off where they've talked to you. They just haven't been able to come in and stir up everything. So they come in, they talk to you, they feel you out. You're not giving them enough because you're focused on whatever you're focused on, and then they go out. So again, there's something about you succeeding here that, maybe you have a lot of anxiety about that. And what you're noticing is that the environment is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And so, yes, those things are happening, but we want to heal it. So that's why I just said that. We want to heal it so you can actually transmute the negative energy. Otherwise, there's always going to be that fear. You don't want that fear. Yes, right now, Spirit says, unfortunately, you're supposed to be alone right now. You're supposed to be. And understand, when you level up, Spirit puts you alone a lot of times, a lot of times. So you almost feel like you're being punished. Spirit says you're not being punished. You need to take time out so that you can, again, like not be overstimulated. If there's people that you cannot trust and you can't see that you can't trust them, and Spirit has put you in a timeout, no, the reason why is because you can't trust those people. You just haven't seen. You haven't been at the dinner table when they have discussed you. And so that's really what it is. There's a sense of healing, and then, you feeling bad about it because you're like, I didn't even do anything. I don't even need to do anything. So again, there's a reoccurring theme of, if my energy isn't going to other people and fixing other people and doing for other people, and then it's like I get punished. And Spirit says you have to love yourself enough. It's a spiritual test, because then Spirit brings the right people into your life. I have a feeling that a lot of those people that are in your life are not going to stay in your life, because as you evolve, yes, they'll want to come back into your life, but now you're like, well, what the hell do I need you here for? When I have Fabio over here that wants to take me to the Riviera, and I'm going to go with Pam to, like, we have going on a TV show. I mean, like, it's endless for me. It's like, now, of course, you want to be in my life. You were pissed off when you saw that it was happening, though. You weren't helping me. You weren't cheering me on. You weren't loving on me. And so this is more than just a relationship. This is like Spirit saying, hey, I don't know if you know, we've come to a place within your evolution that you're ready to, like, drop some baggage. It's like, and it's going to feel a little bit turbulent. Understand this person is going to try and come back into your life, but you're going to need to go beyond the illusion, because that's what it is. People have a problem when you are creating something in your life and they don't. Again, when you're showing them that a reality could be different and that you're going to make that reality truth for yourself, well, you're going to piss off people, because it's going to bring up all their trauma, where you're like, where they're going to say, well, I could have done that. Why didn't I do that? It's like, why do you have that? Why do you have that and I don't have that? And it's, again, because you cultivated. You didn't, again, try and fix it anymore. That's why Spirit's saying. And so understand, this person, when it comes to feelings, it's not like they don't have feelings. They have feelings, but they're not healthy feelings. Sick people, spiritually sick, means, hey, they would keep you in an entanglement where it's a one-sided relationship. You'd be bound to being limited and stifled. So, which is not your energy right now. Again, the people are watching, people are noticing, and it's making them angry because you're showing them a different narrative of yourself. And so that means they have to look at themselves. No one's volunteering to do that when they've kept you in a place of feeling bad. And that's, I feel like, not because of anything except for you're a humble person. You're, again, where God tends to protect, So it doesn't mean the person doesn't have feelings. It means that they're wounded. And the people that you're dealing with are wounded because at one point you were wounded. And that was, I can't have, where Spirit says you could always have. You were giving too much energy away. You were listening to another narrative. It's, again, which brought you to a different level of consciousness. You're not doing that anymore. People saw that within you. You didn't see it within inside of you. Spirit saying, that's why this is happening. You're only having a relationship with me. Everyone else is a reflection of you, Spirit says. And you weren't valuing yourself enough. So we have to look at, why that happened. But understand, this person checks on you from afar. They're very stalkerish. It's not like they don't care, but you're not going to have a person that's emotionally intelligent. You're not going to have that. You're not going to have someone on your vibration. It's just not, it's not possible. Again, when people don't have that light inside of them where they even have a desire to want more. This is desire is to control you because of what you're doing. or who you're becoming, or what's going on in your life. Again, where really this person is not ready. And again, because hey, you're going to get into that relationship and say, what's underneath this? And then you're going to say, there's nothing here. Who are you? It's like, I was so busy, like what? Stalking me? Like, and what else have you been doing with your time? Angry at other people that are doing it, but you're not doing it? Like somebody, you're stuck in your trauma in the past. That's why people do that. Oh, because I could have had that, but this happened, that happened. Always the victim. It's like, that's why the lower energy, people aren't just like that, And so what it is like destiny is taking you down two different paths. And that's what this is coming clear to this person because, hey, they can't catch up to you. They can't catch up to you. It's like they're not emotionally ready to come back and say, hey, listen, I'm sorry. I couldn't be transparent. I'm sorry. Like, I was shade that you're not, that's not what it is. It's like, unless this person can slip up on you and, and come in and actually fix this, they're like, I'm not going to even try. I don't even think I gave enough. And that's what they're saying. I didn't even give enough in the relationship to repair this. And that's because, hey, you didn't play along. And so eventually, when you didn't react, the person has to look. And so they're going to look at first, why aren't you chasing me? And what's going on in your life? And then it forces them to look at themselves. That's what spirit does. Spirit says, this person would never volunteer to look at themselves or to look at you. The narrative is what it is because of what you're doing. You could have easily fed this. That's the thing. This person does wish that they could, take it all back. But it's like, but they can't. And coming back and requiring, to like you'd require too much at this point, and they're not strong within themselves. So it has nothing to do with feelings. Again, I wish I could take it back. It's like this person's stuck in victim. They're stuck in sadness. They're stuck in the negativity, all the negative energies, and it's because of what they did. It's like, you're not doing anything. You're like, all I'm doing is in my own lane. I don't understand why. And that's because when you leave people's life, you have given so much. And you might be like, I really didn't give that much. The transparency, the truthfulness, the realness of a connection for someone like that surface is a lot because they don't let people in. So it's almost like, it's always like when you leave, you were the best thing. It's like, but the whole time you're there, well, I'm going to treat you like a piece of crap because I'm not really emotionally available. I can't. So, and I'm detached and disassociated because of whatever emotionally has transpired in my life. So I lose myself for a while. So I do wish that you could forgive me one day, but until now, I'm really not going to react when people mention you, and yes, it was my fault, but I blamed you. But I'm too afraid to contact you. It's not like I don't love you. I love you, and I do want to feel that way again, but I have to wait for you to come to me or to fix it because I don't feel safe in doing that myself. It's like, again, because the illusion is what's important. And what is until a person surrenders their ego, you cannot let that person back into your life. You can't, because the ego would be jealous of everything that you're doing, and they're empty. They haven't done any healing work, and they're still not. They're like, I'll wait for you. If you do something, because I didn't give enough to repair this, and I don't really want to hear it. It's like, because again, that would just kill me, if you completely rejected me. However, if you would call me up and say, hey, I'm interested, well, I'd be there in a heartbeat. because I do have feelings, but I'm not going to show those feelings unless I know that you have feelings. Which again, what are we in first grade? Listen, Mary Sue likes you, but don't tell her that she likes Johnny. Only if Johnny likes Mary Sue. I mean, that's the energy. Like, it's like, I'm not going to tell you unless you tell me. It's dumb. It's dumb. And it's like, and that's not, this person shuts it off. I want to live safe. I want to like, and so it doesn't matter that it would be a spiritual connection. Till they do healing, it's all about control, and nobody has time for that. We say that they're going to do anything. No, they're not going to do anything, because it's like they're going to wait for you. And that to me is the coward's way out. So they're like, well, I have a 50-50 chance of it actually coming. And listen, this is a big ass deck. And that's like, well, I have a 50-50 chance you might come back. Maybe I can trigger you to come back. Maybe I can do something. I believe yesterday, like, there was one person, and I don't know if it was this channel, where the person was going to try and bump into the person, but the same type of thing. I can't come back to you. I don't want to show my feelings. And I don't want to show my feelings because, I actually know what I did is wrong. I'm ashamed, but I really can't really still let you into my life because I don't really know why I'm like this. And that's why they're spiritually like blocked. And they're spiritually blocked because you don't go out and have another relationship. It's like you create yourself, you become yourself. It's like this person doesn't know how to sustain themselves. So the relationship would never be good. They have to have things their way, and which means that they would have to be with someone that's on a lower vibration, someone that's not going to, nurture themselves, because this person's in their ego. You have to do that for me. And all the way down to the point of, I'm not even going to come back and apologize, because again, that makes me feel too vulnerable, and you can reject me. So I don't want to deal with the rejection. So like, you would not be happy, just because it's like, listen, you're going to be like that much of an asshole, like, because, and that you're an asshole, but that's better than being vulnerable. And to me, a person that says it's okay that I betray you, that I'm an asshole, is better than actually being transparent. Well, they need to be by themselves. Because if they're not going to be transparent, they don't build the emotional connection. They don't build the emotional connection. They have no problem victimizing you, not caring about your feelings. And that's why they didn't care about your feelings before. They still don't care about your feelings. This person's selfish. They're just too selfish, and you would not be happy. But you'll do what you want to do. But if you're smart, like a Virgo is smart, you might have another like sign too much in the underscore to like go back to this person, because Virgos don't put up with that. Maybe you're a Gemini underneath, have a lot of Gemini qualities, like you wishy-washy. If you go back with that person, they say like the Geminis are the worst. Or maybe you're a Sagittarian. Like, who knows? But you're not a Virgo, because Virgos would never take that person back, ever. So again, here we see your childhood wounds. Well, guess what? You weren't able to feel safe and secure, like being vulnerable either. You didn't get that. If anything, you were neglected. And there was trauma that you went through. So we see why you got that person, because growing up, you didn't get that emotional support. You weren't allowed to be vulnerable, which means you were never allowed to show any type of weakness. You were expected to be perfect. You were expected to like not, have feelings and wants. And when you did, again, they were neglected. So it wasn't safe too many times. So you had to, again, be your own authority. And the innocence of really the relationship between that parent and you, that didn't allow you to have your process, Well, guess what? If they robbed the innocence out of you, so you didn't feel safe. And when a parent does that to a child first, by again not letting that child cry and express themselves of what they're feeling, they were told, "Oh, shut up! I don't want to hear it. Shut up! I'll give you something to cry to really cry about, and say these things, and they just shut it down. You're not allowed to have your process. You're taught it's not safe. It's not safe for me to be vulnerable. And this person showed you weren't allowed to be vulnerable. Again, very selfish. This person, too, very selfish. Why? Because your feelings make me feel uncomfortable. And they also make me feel as if I should do something because everyone has intuition. And I don't really want to do that because I'm in my ego. So, again, the answer is no. It's like because that person is like that, and the spirit says Virgos like will be very nice, but they can be rebellious too. Meaning like I've had it. That's why what happens is Virgos have a bad rep to be. Oh, they're bitchy. Oh, they're too like neurotic. They're too no 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 no. We tell you because we don't want to inherit your karma. And that what happens is, and we're very nice in the beginning, very docile in the beginning, very soft in the beginning. And I don't care if you're a man. It's again prudent, prudent, very nice, very kind, very loyal. What happens is that people push it to the extreme. And when they push it to the extreme, then they see a completely different side of the Virgo, which is going to be very analytical, very like again the Queen of Swords energy or King of Swords energy. It's like that's it, off with your head because we're not going to put up with it on our own expense. And that's really what Spirit's saying. The karmic lesson here is not letting other people's feelings, emotions affect you to the point that it takes you off your path. Because those people aren't really even going to be in your life. Because once you evolve into the higher state of consciousness, they can't. It's again, the path unfolds while you're on it. They're not on that path. They're not even on that vibration. But people can see it because, but what they see is the benefits, the fruits of the labor, which obviously is what makes people like, again, jealous because, oh, why do you have all that? They don't want to see, again, because I'm spiritually in alignment. So, but it was the innocence and not feeling safe and not allowed to be you because, whenever I do too well, it pisses people off. Whenever I have too much, it pisses people off. Whenever things are going okay, and Spirit says, don't ask for greatness. You just get up and take it. It's like, because no one will ever give it to you. It's like this is something where you have to listen to yourself, your gut, your intuition, that inner knowing, that in the now, in the moment. And if you're again really pouring into yourself, well, of course everyone can see it. You're the only person that is going to surprise is you. Oh, I can't believe I manifested all this. And Spirit says, yeah, because you didn't know your worth. Those people were hoping that you still didn't know your worth. That's the problem, but the path heals you because the universe conspires to bring you everything that you need to heal. So, which took you out of that vibration, you know, it's again, Spirit saying, and fear makes us want to control. Spirit says, let everybody do what they do. It's like, it's again, be the witness. You focus on what you have control over, which is your life, which is what you're doing, because the universe's plan is not just to help you manifest, but it's to heal you, it's to renew you, it's to restore you, it's to bring you back to your original supernatural spiritual sovereignty, which is your ownership of I'm allowed to create the life and the life that I want. It's like through the thoughts that I think and the emotions that I have. I can create my life. Only I can stop me. No one else can stop me. The illusion is that those people can, but only if I entertain it, only if I engage in it. And because I'm not engaging in it, no one's talking to me. And Spirit says, yeah, the dinner table's kind of empty, but that's okay. The new guests haven't arrived yet. You have to learn to love yourself, Spirit says, and that's a lone path in the beginning. It's like to realize, no, I choose me. I choose me. I don't care the environment. Everyone's going to make me feel bad. Let them feel bad. Spirit saying, it's again, there's always a space between what you reap to what you sow. You're in that space. Have faith. It's again, love yourself. And then when you clear the blocks, what, you have all this energy because you realize, my God, these people like had the baggage heavy. And Spirit says, and that energy frees you up. That's the energy that you're going to manifest with. That's why it says powered by the divine. I think that that's funny because it's almost like, feel like the spirits inside of you. Well, Spirit again is air, it's prana, it's chi, and it's what gives us life. So when we have negative people around us or people that don't have our best interest around us, by making us feel as if we're doing something wrong by not doing anything wrong, Spirit's saying this is about loving yourself. It's like, and people don't like it, and understand that because they can't benefit from it. But that's not important. It's better to be alone because the universe says, I got just the right people for you. They're just a little delayed. They were coming over on the ferry and the ferry broke down. So, but there's no mistakes, Spirit says, because you still had to do other things for your healing. Ignore that. Those people, they'll try and come back. The difference is you won't want them in your life, you know, including this person. And it's because you deserve. That's the moral. It's like, I love me enough to choose me, even if that means standing alone. And Spirit says that's the karmic test because you grew up without the love and the nurturing. So, of course, you want the love and the nurturing because you're like, I'm not seeing the fruits to my labor that would actually give me that emotional support. And Spirit says, yeah, I know. It's like it's a timing thing. And you're like, so what the fuck? I thought divine timing. Shouldn't you be like a few days or a few months earlier? And Spirit says, nah, because we had to do this karmic stuff. So again, just be strong. Just love yourself. Be true to yourself. Understand again, because a new opening, when one door closes, Spirit says, know that you're confident and another will open. And that's what it is. It's like there's a space and that it will be for your betterment and that you accept that life brings challenges and that you have to acknowledge the opportunity and learning that they present to you, and that serenity comes within. That was a lesson. It's like, you're not going to take my peace. You're not going to take my peace. I'm deserving of this. I love myself. I'm good enough. And you have to listen to stuff that makes you feel that way. You have to, yes, by yourself and know, again, you can't get up and ask for greatness. No one's ever going to give you your turn. They just won't. So you kind of got to just be a little bitchy about it and be like, excuse me, thank you. Have a nice day. I like, I'll see you around. I mean, this is mine. And Spirit's saying, and that sometimes doesn't feel good because it's like, well, everybody knows me to be the nice person, to be the fixer. And Spirit says, you better not. It's like, you better not. It's like, and it's healing doesn't feel good. I wanted to just, usually I was pulling also from a little deck, a little tiny deck. I don't know if I can, oh yes, I can find it. And it's the empowering deck. If there's just 3 more, because I've been liking, and then we'll close out. If you like the video, give it a like, hype it, do all that good shit that you're supposed to do to draw attention to the video. Ah, it's good karma. All right, let's see. Take the time you need to feel into the situation and then give it your best response. Don't let anyone overstimulate you. And that's with any situation. And that being responsible with your sexual energy is wise. So it's like, again, don't be a whore. No, I'm only kidding. Like, what it's saying is, don't, like, your sexual energy is your creative energy. And when you actually sleep with someone, you are like exchanging energies. And if the person isn't of a high vibration, so understand while you're manifesting this is, remember, you haven't seen the fruits yet. So there's a space. You don't want to fuck yourself in that space because a lot of people sabotage themselves at this point. So you don't. You stay focused. Don't be running into like relationships like that is what Spirit's saying. It's like, not now. Put all your energy towards manifesting. And the reason why is just because, you don't want anyone to do it. Right. Be willing to look in the proverbial mirror regularly and embrace the light and the dark. So always do your shadow work and understand that, if there's something or somebody that's coming into your life that's affecting you, again, it's something that you need healed. Just like this person came into your life and it dug up all that inner child wound stuff. And that's why Spirit's saying you weren't taught to love yourself because you didn't grow up in that environment. And it's not a blame game, but we have to understand where the wound came from. And you have to embody a whole new consciousness. And you embody the new consciousness by loving yourself, releasing control. And I only had pulled 3 from that. All right, let's pull 2 more. All right, 3 more. Look, and to integrate so that you can go on your grand journey to finally let go of who you were to realize who you are. And that everything is happening in divine timing. So don't think that it's not going to happen. It's just, it hasn't happened yet. And that's because, hey, there's stuff still going on that, and it's healing stuff. And there's initiations and to see whether you're going to pass the karmic test, the way you pass this karmic test. So that was part of it. Remember, these people coming into your life right now, and to not really do good in your life. That's why you're like, hey, I feel like I'm by myself. And Spirit says yes, because no one's actually going to come into your life and fuck up your life. The only way is if you like chase after them, want to be a part of it, try to be. Spirit says don't. It's, again, this was about you learning about, like your own power and worthy yourself. Because what you're telling other people is, I demand respect. You don't want to talk to me? I won't call you. I won't ask you. I don't care. I can sustain myself. But then what you have then is people that actually really do want to be in your life because you're true, you're authentic, that you're like, I don't have to abandon myself to be like your friend. That's a you issue. And that is a them issue. I'm going to leave that there. Don't forget to like the video. I love you guys. Be true to you. Thanks for joining. And thank you, Debbie, for always being on. And you're going to have to go back. But thank you for coming on anyway, Kimber. And thank you, everyone else. Bye-bye.